The opposition says, no problem. We need more opposition MPs in Parliament. You see, we ask a lot of questions. PAP don't ask questions. What's the proof? He says, Income-Allianz. He says, no PAP Labour MP ask questions, but Workers' Party ask. Wow, lawa. But what he didn't tell you is, the Labour Party may not, the Labour MPs may not have asked questions, but 6 PAP MPs asked questions. Only 1 Workers' Party member did. So, in fact, you don't need the Workers' Party to ask 1 extra question, right? 6, it covers everything already. But income was a serious matter because the Labour movement had made an arrangement to sell income to Allianz, share of it, and they felt it was a reasonable deal and they supported it. And the government, looking at it, says, well, it meets all our legal requirements, it meets our MAS regulations, I think we can support it too. But after the issue was discussed further and we went further into the matter, the government has found out more things and decided, no, we have to change our mind. We have to say we oppose this deal, we will block it, but we have to change legislation, change the law so that we can block it. NTUC cannot do that, the government has to do that. But it shows we are brothers with them, symbiotic relationship. You make a decision, I look at it impartially, objectively, afresh. There's no groupthink. We understand why you did it, you have to understand why we did it, and we are accountable to Singapore for doing the right thing. Workers' Party had nothing to do with this. When we went for the legislation, Workers' Party abstained. So if it had been left to the Workers' Party as government, then the deal would have gone through because they didn't oppose it, right? Now, you didn't do anything, and you want to tell me that vote more of me in so that I can do more for you. What for? 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 10 times 0 is also 0.
The way the senior minister characterized the issue is if we were in government or if we were in charge. But we weren't in charge, right? And in fact, he laid out an interesting analogy and sidestepped the issue that I brought up in the rally, which was raised by CNA. No Labour MP spoke up in August. And he countered by saying, no, there were 6 other PAP MPs who filed a question, 1 PAP MP filed a question. It puts into perspective the ratio of how many PAP MPs there are in Parliament and how many Workers' Party MPs there are in Parliament. The ratio isn't 1:6. It's closer to 1:9. Even if you look at the entire slate, there are 26 candidates that the Workers' Party has put forward. If Singaporeans vote all these candidates into Parliament, government has enough space, enough leeway, enough focus to deal with the issues of today and tomorrow.
And also just to emphasize that the reason why we actually cast an abstention vote then is because there are also other concerns about the way this thing is handled. Like the deal was already, being publicized and being, worked on. I think the parties had certain legitimate expectations and they had been in consultation with the government authorities all this while. Okay, and then to suddenly change the law to affect a live transaction. Okay, so this business certainty-wise is actually not good for Singapore, right? And in Parliament, actually, there's a procedure for this, meaning that if a law is going to affect parties in a live transaction, the logical and actually the right thing to do is to send the bill to select committee to hear from the parties that are affected as to how this law will actually jeopardize or undermine them before we pass the law. So we had compromise on all these things. So we had to make that point. We didn't oppose the bill, but we had to abstain because we value Parliament as a check on government actions. We think that people have a right to talk to the Parliamentary Select Committee. So that's the reason.